So you moved to Utah, 3 years, you made a lot of money. What was the next step after that? What happened? What's the journey?
Well, then I just want to be better, so I continued to scale the companies. I started PC laptops, Zydex, and then um, I was still on this quest to help people with their problems. And so that's why I joined the Intel board and, all these different things. And all these executives, they seem untouchable because they're working for, trillion-dollar companies, but they have problems. And my job is to solve those problems. And so we solved a lot of those problems. And that's how we started getting big accounts like Google, Amazon, because in Silicon Valley, they poach from. So all these younger people I met back in the 90s now became executive vice presidents, CEOs of these big, tech companies. And they don't forget that. Someone who helped them when they were younger, and I was younger, taught them how to invest and things like that. So that was big. And then finally, it comes to one of my biggest projects today is the Ugly Unicorn. It's a crypto hedge fund. In 2014, we sell computers. So I was sitting on millions of dollars in inventory, and the professor from the university, one of my friends, he's like, "Hey, I want to buy 50 computers for my students. We got a little money." I'm okay. What are you doing? He's like, "We're going to explore this thing called blockchain. We're going to mine Bitcoin." And he goes, "You should do it too, since you got you got inventory. So I built the biggest Bitcoin mining facility in Utah in 2014. And then it was kind of crazy. In 2017, my wife told me we should take some of these profits because we made more doing that than selling computers. And so I sold 75% of my Bitcoin because it was about 19,000, but we were in at $120 a Bitcoin. So it was like crazy. And that's where my old mentors, they told me to buy commercial real estate. So I bought a bunch of buildings and stuff.
You
Yeah.
you regret selling Bitcoin at that time?
Hmm?
You regret selling Bitcoin, but it went higher than that eventually, right?
No, I don't, because Bitcoin's like what, like 30 G's now, right?
Yeah.
34 G, actually 34 today.
Yeah.
But real estate bought in 2017 has went up a lot more than Bitcoin has,
Insane.
and it's not as volatile. It's very boring, but it's cash flow, so it saved my butt a lot of times. But this hedge fund is crazy because I met this guy from one of my other mentors. His name is John Pennington, and he has a hedge fund that does real estate. So
Wow.
his fund is over $48 billion today. And he retired, and he said to me, I said to him, "Will you 50-50 partner with me on a project?" He goes, "No, dude, I'm just retired. But my son knows how to do hedge funds. And I've taught him since he was little, and you get me for free, and you couldn't afford me." So he goes, "Just go 50-50 with my son." And so the first week we raised $10 million, and it's crazy. And then now, we are where we are today with the hedge fund. So it's super fun because I can help people from my experience. Because a lot of guys in crypto, I've only done it for a few years, and they're just like traders. We're not traders. And so it's been pretty good. So that's been
That's
fun.
so, dude, like you don't like you're retired. Somebody retired, right? Like,
No, there's still handfuls of problems. Like one of our company does 50 million something a year. But a lot of people think if you sell 50 million, you make 50 million. But if you have staffing and overhead, you can lose money some years. So just like Tesla or Amazon, sometimes you lose money, man. But I'm looking at the long-term picture of building infrastructure and profitability. But I don't think I'll retire as long as my brain works.